Hello everyone, welcome once again to Brandao Collection. Today we're excited to bring you another overview of a 1/6 scale figure. This time we're talking about the brand new Luke Skywalker from Empire Strikes Back, specifically the Bespin version or the DX25. It's been some time since we've done an overview of a 1/6 scale figure, and I was really excited to get this one into the collection and really impressed on how it looks, so thought it'd be fun to do a quick overview video. Now before we take a look at the figure itself, if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell notification to be notified when we post new videos. So what we'll do is we'll jump over and take a look at what this figure looks like. So here we have the DX25 Luke Skywalker from Bespin from The Empire Strikes Back, and this is the updated version of this figure. There is the DX7 all the way back at number 7, which was the first ever Luke Skywalker that Hot Toys had made, and that one I never picked up even in my early days of collecting, hoping that maybe one day they would do an updated version of this costume, and I'm very happy that they did. I'm happy that they waited. There are some things that I wish they included, which we'll talk about as we go along, but first off I gotta say I'm completely impressed and wowed at just how fantastic this figure looks based on the proportions, the costume design, and of course that amazing head sculpt that they've done on this version of Luke Skywalker. So we'll pull in, take a look a little bit more in detail, and of course we'll take a look at what this figure comes with. The DX25 actually comes with two different bases that you can interchange. Now there's only one stand that connects to the figure. You have to interchange them between the two bases, but we have two different dioramas. The first one we're looking at here is our Bespin base. Now this Bespin base comes with two different sections. You have the round section there with the carbonite freezing chamber light up feature, and then you actually have another piece that attaches on the back that you can add there, and both of those you can actually plug in with a USB and they fully light up. The only thing that's a little weird is that you do need to provide your own USB connector. You gotta find one that connects and is accessible with this base. Hot Toys does not provide the wire, so you do need to have your own wire, but once you do have that set up, the light up feature actually looks really great. So this is not something I'll have set up in my collection. I'm not gonna wire something else into the cases, but it's a nice little feature there, and it does look nice once you do have it all lit up. Here we have another pose of the figure, this time with his blaster, and showing off the other diorama base that this figure comes with. And it comes with a Dagobah diorama piece. It's a nice looking base, and it has this lenticular image on the top of it, so that when you look at it at different angles, it looks like the fog is rolling over the kind of swamp there on Dagobah, with that additional piece that's added to the front of the diorama base. It has somewhat of a see-through look there with the water that's right in front of the logs, but gives you different display options. So you can have him on Dagobah with Yoda, you can have him on Bespin fighting Darth Vader. All depends on how you want your display to look like. So it's nice that it came with those different pieces. The only thing that if you want to get super nitpicky is that there's only one actual stand that connects to the figure itself, so you do need to move them between the two display bases if you want to, but that's just a little bit of being nitpicky. And of course he also comes with a severed head of Luke's face in the Darth Vader mask from when Luke has that vision in the cave on Dagobah, so it gives you another option for display, and you can actually put this together with that display base of Dagobah that comes with the figure. The figure also has a feature that allows you to move each individual eye, so you can change the position of his eyes, which, even though the figure has a neutral expression, just changing the eye position can drastically change the meaning behind a pose. You can make a pose more determined, you can make it more kind of looking around the corner, you can have those different types of expressions just by moving the individual eye position, which I love for a DX figure, and I'm excited to see that Hot Toys is starting to add that feature to not just DX figures, but a lot of future releases, so it will really make your display even more dynamic with figures that offer that feature. Here we have the brand new DX25 Luke with the Empire Strikes Back version of Darth Vader. As I've mentioned in other videos, my personal favorite of all the Darth Vader's Hot Toys I've made to this date, at least to the recording of this video. But I'm excited to finally have these two dueling it out within my collection. One of my all-time top 10 favorite films of all time, one of my all-time favorite sequences of any film ever is the Bespin fight of Darth Vader and Luke. And I'm excited to finally be able to display that in my Star Wars 1/6 scale collection. And finally, we're going to take a look at a couple different Hot Toys Luke Skywalker releases, starting from the first release of Luke Skywalker from A New Hope. This is the one that Hot Toys, when they first really started getting into the Star Wars license in 2015, this was the first Luke Skywalker they did. Of course, you had the DX7 that was from a few years before that, but when they really got that license after Disney purchased Lucasfilm, this was that first Luke Skywalker. You could see the difference between this first one. Then we have the Return of the Jedi Luke, which is from a few years ago. And then now we have the DX25, the Empire Strikes Back version of Luke. And you can see how drastic the head sculpts are between each of these, and the years that are between each of these figures have drastically improved the quality of a Mark Hamill likeness. So you have the New Hope version, which is, I think, the farthest from looking like Mark Hamill, but it looks like Luke Skywalker. It passes. Then you get a little bit closer with that Return the Jedi version. And then, in my opinion, you have a spot-on, perfect representation of Mark Hamill in Empire Strikes Back with this brand new DX25 figure. So you could see that, have the representation of all the original trilogy, and see how Hot Toys just keeps getting better and better with their sculpts of getting closer to these actors and the representation of these characters. Thank you so much for taking some time to look over the DX25 figure with us. It's been some time since we've done one of these videos on our channel that spotlights a specific 1/6 scale figure, since we've kind of been moving away from collecting those types of things and moving towards more autographs and comic books. But we still have a few Hot Toys figures coming in over time. I have a few figures still on pre-order, so maybe we'll do more of these in the near future. If you enjoyed this video, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll be happy to think about putting more of these types of videos on the agenda. And of course, if you also enjoyed this video, please remember to like it, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification. All of those things help us grow our channel and help bring up the quality, and of course bring more of these types of videos to you to enjoy and be a part of. Thank you so much for being part of the community. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep on collecting.